You don't have to have a yoga mat. You can do it on the carpet or on the floor. And you can sit on a cushion to begin with if you'd rather sit on a cushion. So what is yoga? Good question to start with. It's about 4,000 years old and it began in India. It's a very old tradition, and over these 4,000 years it has evolved, i.e. changed in many, many ways. And now there's many different types of yoga. Some yoga is silent and you do nothing but sit and meditate. Some yoga is a lot more active and a lot more vigorous, as you move a lot more and you do a lot more postures. And some of them are a mixture of the two. So we have lots of different trees, branches in the yoga family. And today we're just going to explore a little bit of that. So yoga is meditation, that's sitting quietly and really focusing on being still. And it's also about movement, lots of different postures, and we'll do a few postures today. It's about controlling how we breathe. So it's bringing our bodies into a state of calm breathing. So we sit nice and still and we begin to breathe. But why do we do this? Well, that's a really good question as well. Why do we become still? Well, it's to help us focus. It helps us to concentrate. And those are really, really great skills. And it helps us to feel present in the moment. So not thinking of the past, what you had for breakfast, or what you did yesterday. It's also not thinking about the future, what you're going to do later on. It's about feeling yourself in this present moment, how you feel right now. Not thinking of past, not thinking of future. It's called present moment awareness. So how do we do that? Well, we start off by sitting still. If you want to, you can close your eyes. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, that's a really good way of kind of blocking out any distractions, things that are happening in the room, or not listening to noises outside of your room, of the room space. So really focusing and bringing yourself into awareness and thinking only of your breathing. And that really helps us to slow down the pace of our thoughts so we don't think so much. We're focusing really, really well, concentrating well on how we're breathing. So that's becoming aware. And that is what mindfulness is. I'm sure you've heard of mindfulness practices. The word yoga, what does yoga mean? It means to yoke, it means to join together. So what we're doing is we're connecting our mind with our bodies, with our breathing. So it's connecting those, and also with your spirit, yourself, your inner self, what makes you uniquely you. So it's bringing these things together in your practice. So let's start with a little belly breathing practice. So deep belly breath. So I'd like you to take yourself into a comfortable cross-legged seated position. And if you're very flexible, I'll come off my cushion. You can even take your feet into a lotus position. So you bring one foot up onto the opposite thigh, and then you take the other foot onto the other thigh. So this is called Padmasana, which in yogi language, the language of Sanskrit, means lotus flower. So we can sit here and just gently take your hands onto your knees with the palms facing upwards. You can close your eyes if you feel comfortable. So gently close your eyes and feel as though your spine is lovely and long, so nice straight back. Draw your belly in a little bit, straighten up the spine a little bit more. And now take your left hand onto your chest where your heart is, and your right hand onto your belly. And begin to focus on your hands as they touch the belly and the heart space on your chest. Can you feel how your chest and your belly begins to move? So we're breathing in and out through the nose and out through the nose. Now take a nice deep breath in for the count of 4. So breathing in and then hold and then breathe out. through the nose. Let's do that 1 or 2 more times. So inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. In. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now just notice how you feel. Really feeling your chest expanding on as you breathe in, and your belly breathing. So feeling the breath coming in from the nose through the chest all the way down to that space beneath your hand, your lower right hand. Let's hold it here for another few more breaths. So breathing in and out through the nose. And slowly opening up your eyes. Let's take a big breath in and reach your arms to the sky. Bring your palms of your hands together, reaching up. And then reaching down. Fingertips to your mat or down to the floor. Take another deep breath in. And then twist yourself around to your right. So look over your right shoulder. Bring your left hand across your right knee. Keep your spine nice and long and tall, nice straight back, but twisting the body round so that you can look behind you over your right shoulder. Keep breathing, so don't hold your breath. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. And then come to center, and then let's go the other way. So twisting our lotus. So now your right hand is across your left knee and your left hand is reaching behind you, and you're looking over your left shoulder. Breathing in and out nice and steady. And then big breath in, let's come to center. Let's unfold the legs. So taking your legs out of that lotus position, and then we're going to go onto our knees and onto our hands into what we call a tabletop position. So your body is creating this shape, this postural shape of a tabletop. Your knees are as wide as your hips. Your feet are pointing to away from you, and your hands are underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers really, really wide. So we're going to do something called cat-cow. So we move with our breath. So start with breathing in as you point your tailbone. Imagine you have a tail, the bottom of your spine. Lift your gaze up to the sky. This is called cow. Then exhale, push into your hand as you tuck your tail under, and then arch your back, drop your head down towards the floor, chin touches onto your chest. Then you breathe in. So the chest lifts and your tail lifts. You breathe out as you tuck your tail and tuck your head, arch your spine up to the sky. Let's do that 2 more times. So 2 more cats and 2 more cows. So first your cow, breathing in. Then exhale into your cat. You've probably seen a cat do this. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then come back to your tabletop position. Tuck your toes underneath. Push into your hands, nice and strong. And then start to lift your hips, your bottom up to the sky. And now we're in a V-shaped position. So having your hands onto the floor, your feet onto the floor, it doesn't matter if your heels don't touch down. This is called downward facing dog. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And then walk your dog. So we're going to pedal out the legs. So bending into each leg one at a time. And then imagine you're wagging your tail. So your hips are going from side to side. Have some fun. And then a little bit more fun. We're going to do some donkey kicks. So lifting our heels up towards, kick our heels up towards our bottoms. So kick. Let's do 5 of those. Just making sure you don't kick someone else or a pet or a wall or any furniture, making sure you have lots of space. Let's do another 2 of those. Kick it up nice and high. Donkey kicks. And then straightening out the legs, walk your feet up to join your hands at the top of your mat. And then roll yourself all the way up to standing. Well done. Bringing your feet together. This is called mountain pose. So lovely straight back. Reach your arms up to the sky. Open your arms and hold a moon above your head. So big circle with the arms. Breathing in and out through the nose. You'll feel your heart beating a little faster from those donkey kicks. And then reaching the arms down by your sides. We're going to do a sun salutation, which is a greeting for the sun that brings us energy and makes all the plants grow. So stand in your mountain pose, nice straight spine, strong legs. Going to reach your arms up to the sky, breathing in. Reach up to the sky, look up to your hands. And then breathing out, we're going to open the arms wide and start bending down, folding forwards. Drop your hands to the floor, let your head hang heavy. And then take your hands to your shins. Breathe in, look forwards. Plant the hands to the floor and step your feet as though you're going to do a press up, nice and strong. Drop your knees to the floor. And then take your hands, your elbows, keep your hands to the floor. Slide your chest between your hands. Take a breath in. We're going to do up dog. So push into the arms, straighten the arms, lift the chest, look up to the sky. And from here, push into the hands, breathing out, send your hips back to that downward facing dog. Take 2 big breaths in and out. Then bend your knees, look towards your hands, push into your hands and jump or step your feet to the top of the mat. Come into that sort of L-shaped position, so flat back, like your back's like a table. Exhale, forward fold, so fold down over the legs. And then lifting the arms up, big breath in. Lift your arms up to the sky, look up to your thumbs. And then bring your hands down to where your heart is. Hands together. Big breath in. Let's do another version of that sun salutation. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Look up to your thumbs. And then hands through center. Forward fold, so folding forwards. Step your right foot back. Drop your knee to the floor. Untuck the back toes. And then coming into what we call a low crescent lunge, like the crescent moon. Reach your arms to the sky. And then put your hands down by your front foot. Tuck your back toes, push into your hands, and come into that plank position. It's called a plank because you're nice and straight, no banana backs. We don't want this or this. Nice straight back, like you're going to take a press up. Drop your knees down to the floor. Imagine you're sliding your chest between your hands. Take your bottoms down, push into the hands, lift the chest off, and then downward facing dog. Take a big step forwards with your left foot, drop your right knee to the floor, untuck the back toes, breathing in, coming onto that low crescent lunge position now on the other side. Take your hands down to the floor, framing your front foot. Tuck your back toes, push into the hands and the left foot, bringing the feet together into a half lift. So fingertips touch down and then folding down over the legs. Use your strong legs to bring your hands up, peeling yourself up to standing. Reach up to the sky. We're going to do a little micro back bend. So send your hips forwards and your arms back a little bit, then back to your mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Well done. So that's a sun salutation. That's something that's practiced a lot in yoga. So let's do a few more poses now before we finish. We're going to take a star. So step your feet wide, reach your arms apart. And another favorite one is triangle position. So you're going to turn your left foot to the side, turn your right foot in, reach your arms wide, and then take your left hand down to your left inner calf. Reach your right arm up to the sky. So your arms are like the arms of a clock. 12 o'clock pointing up, 6 o'clock pointing down. Another big breath in and out. Bend into your left leg, coming into warrior two. So you're sinking into the hips, and the arms, stretch the fingertips apart, look to your front left hand. And then let's go back to that star position. And we're going to do those postures on the other side. So turning your right foot to the side, turn your left foot in a little bit, then reaching down with your right hand to the inner calf, the inside lower leg, reach your left hand up to the sky. Reach it up and breathe, keep breathing. And then bending into your right leg, bend that right knee, reach the arms apart. This is warrior two. Look to your front fingers of the right hand, sink the hips down. So nice big bend in that front leg, but keep your left leg straight. One more warrior pose. Let's straighten the legs. Bring your hands onto your hips. And step your feet, heel toe your feet together. We're going to do a little power pose. So a little bit of a balance. Going to take your weight into your right leg and reach your arms forwards as you bring your left leg up parallel to the floor, so hip height. And then you can open your arms wide like an aeroplane. See if you can hold it here for another 2 breaths in and out. And then bringing your feet together. Let's go on the other side. So your weight is in your left leg. Make that straight leg really strong. Going to reach the arms forwards as you lift your right leg. Reach forward. So your hands are going one way. Your leg reaching back in the other direction. Open your arms. Fly your plane. 2 more breaths. And then step your feet back together. Last little balance, tree pose. Using your right leg as your standing balancing leg. Going to bring your foot into the calf of the right foot. So left foot onto your right calf. So finding your balance, you can look to a spot on the floor. Take your hands together to your heart. Reach your arms up to the sky. If you feel wobbly, don't worry. It takes practice. And let's try our tree on the other side. So imagine yourself a strong tree, your feet rooted into the floor, making your tree nice and stable. So your left leg is your standing leg and the right foot resting gently into the calf and the side of that left leg. Little smile. And then back, down we go. So come back to seated. Crossing your legs. The next class we'll do some other postures, the seated postures, but for now that was some standing postures and a sun salutation. So how do we finish our class? We always give thanks. So you can come back to your lotus. So take your feet once more into your lotus. You can sit together if you were in class in a circle. And we say namaste to each other. But first, before we do that, let's just take a moment to listen to my singing bowl. So closing your eyes, take your hands to rest on your knees, sitting nice and tall. And just using the senses of your ears, listening to the vibrations, which is the sound vibrations of my singing bowl. Spending a few moments nice and quiet, simply listening to the sounds that you hear. You can close your eyes. Listening. So bringing your hands together to your heart center, we say Namaste. And that means thank you. Thank you for practicing with me. And we can also say Om Shanti, 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 which means peace, peace, peace. Until next time, we'll do a few more different postures in the next class. Hope you have a lovely day, and I hope you enjoyed your yoga class for beginners. Okay, bye for now. See you soon.